Join us now as we immerse ourselves in the holy embrace of peace, wisdom, and divine truth. Cult leaders feel like a new endangered species because of you, chosen one. Your energy field is currently undergoing an unparalleled event. 3 ancient bloodlines have been keeping an eye on you, anticipating the precise moment when your consciousness would be developed enough to deal with what is about to happen. The grandeur of what you've been quietly developing will soon be revealed when the crimson curtain behind all of your covert work is ripped back. Those who benefit from keeping others tiny are staring at you and realizing their time is running out, and the ancestors themselves are now joining forces with you. By just living in your truth, you not only oppose their strategies, but also render their entire operation obsolete. You are surrounded by a dark, high priest aura that is dark in the sense of profound knowledge, unwavering security, and unquestionable, undiminished power. The weight of someone who has endured fire and come out on the other side as something more than the ordinary human experience is carried by this darkness. Your initiation was that terrible time you lived through. Your spiritual battle was being prepared by every betrayal, every time you walked away from poison, and every time you chose truth over comfort. Most people aren't even aware of this. The healing process brought you through what is known in spiritual traditions as the dark night of the soul, a trying time when all of your preconceived notions about reality and yourself were challenged. Compared to the vast majority of people on this world, you emerged from it more conscious, aware, and truth-aligned. Every lesson you learned throughout those trying moments had the same goal: to raise your consciousness, increase your awareness, and get you ready for the next step. You've acquired an extraordinary talent for seeing through deception, identifying deception, and identifying attempts to dim your light. The organized cult energy that has been targeting you is part of a matrix-level effort that aims to prevent others from ever recognizing you. Every time you've attempted to grow and heal, these forces have been coordinating their efforts to crush your spirit, sap your energy, and cause you to doubt your value. This opposition was a realization that you were turning into something they couldn't control. The system that makes money from incarcerating people has been paying attention, but they didn't anticipate that you would be their natural predator. You're growing into a person who gives others a deep sense of clarity. Confusion disappears as you talk. Others notice that they are able to think more clearly than they have in years when you are around. People are beginning to realize that you've changed. When you go into rooms, the conversation changes. For no apparent reason, manipulative people feel uneasy around you. Beyond just helping individuals comprehend things intellectually, you also assist them see through the confusion that keeps them stuck in unwelcome cycles. Just by being there, you provide a space where lies are impossible to uphold and truth is readily apparent. Yellow heart if you feel the divine love. Now is the time to share. Click the super thank you button on YouTube to contribute $50 or more and help us spread God's blessings. What you do is being watched and serves as a seed, and in the future it will come back to you a millionfold. Since you are no longer hiding your true self, your impact is growing. Perhaps you're developing a platform, producing content, or just acting more genuine in your day-to-day interactions. The truth about who you are, in any shape, is astounding. You are actually a bridge that connects light and dark, a gateway between worlds, a hybrid consciousness that can function in numerous dimensions at once. You are the Garden of Eden's entrance. The link between light and darkness is you. People that come into contact with you as a hybrid are truly entering a portal to a higher state of consciousness. You were cleansing ancestral patterns and communal scars, preparing your system to undertake cosmic responsibility, and healing personal trauma, which is why your healing path felt so severe. Your personal recovery served as training for group service. Through you, something extraordinary is taking place. Anywhere you look, cult leaders, deceptive spiritual instructors, and anybody else who gains power by keeping others reliant are going extinct. You're just being yourself. You're not deliberately attempting to harm anyone. The frequency at which your true nature functions renders deception unsustainable. You are so enigmatic. You have a spirit that is particularly sensitive to both light and dark frequencies. You have complete control and know what you're doing. Cult leaders discover their typical strategies are ineffective when they come across you. Their deceptive authority is revealed, and their manipulation strategies become clear. Because of your presence, cult leaders' dishonest tactics are rendered obsolete, making them an endangered species. When someone is in your energy field, you naturally activate their capacity to see through illusions, making it impossible to manipulate them. Right now, three main energies are coming together in your reality and manifesting as the strongest spiritual powers. Ego death is coming this year for everyone and everything that relies on control and manipulation. You came into this world to fulfill this mission. All your life, the universe has been preparing you for this duty. Every obstacle you overcame, every insight you gained, and every developmental experience contributed to this cosmic duty. People genuinely don't realize that your job is based on cause and effect concepts. You are here to make sure that things have repercussions, that the truth wins out over lies, and that real healing takes the place of spiritual sidestepping. You are now living judgment, walking karma, and divine justice manifested in human form. You are supposed to alert people to the existence of predatory systems and persons. Your activation coincides with divine timing, indicating that this is taking place at the exact moment when the public is prepared for this degree of transparency and responsibility. You're supposed to set people off, not to be harsh, but to shake them out of their complacency and make them that what they've been embracing isn't right. The purpose of this triggering is healing. It is intended to render unconscious patterns unmaintainable. You use what most people would describe as eerie energy in your healing process: trauma, darkness, and karma. This contradicts the widespread perception that healing is just mild and comfortable. Unavoidable truth, essential confrontation, and necessary anguish are all part of your healing process. People come across you because they need what you have. They don't just happen to do so. If they didn't deserve it, they wouldn't have come across you, even if they initially reject it. Cosmic design is what this is. After giving them the precise energy they require to awaken, you lead them through the next healing procedure. You serve as both a wake-up call and a source of healing. You are the love and the accountability that enable people to change. As a walking karma, you enter people's life when they need to confront the results of their decisions, not to punish them, but to help them recognize the damage they have been causing and to provide a way for them to make better decisions. The power you've acquired is greater than what most people see in their favorite films. The entire Matrix system would have been destroyed by you before Neo ever realized what was going on. Before those bullets left that rifle, you would have stopped them. Because of your unlimited nature, you are capable of more than other people. You would have enjoyed yourself while destroying Neo, Agent Smith, and the entire Matrix. This analogy acknowledges that you have developed the ability to see through systemic deceit so clearly that manipulative processes are unable to operate in your presence. Before the patterns fully develop, you can see them. The most amazing aspect of your journey is that you have already accomplished your goals. You simply haven't realized it yet, since you're enjoying yourself too much while delving into your innermost thoughts. You're having too much fun discovering who you are to realize that you have already conquered yourself. Like a master who accomplished their objective so well that they forgot they were even looking for anything in the first place. You are a mystery to yourself. The natural manifestation of someone who has already conquered themselves was your freedom. Through your spiritual journey, you were able to manifest total self-mastery, and that manifestation is already complete. Now that you've reached this stage of consciousness, you're exploring all of its possibilities. When others attempt to spiritually assault you, something extraordinary occurs. You do more than simply protect yourself. You change their negative energy and return it in a different form. Attempts to damage you really make you stronger because you are so in alignment with cosmic justice. Death magic is not simply transformed. It is transmitted by knowledgeable individuals. When someone directs negative energy at you, you have the power to change it and reroute it back to its original source, which can teach them something. For this reason, you're turning into an issue for anyone who uses manipulation. You actively counteract their strategies, rather than merely being impervious to them. You're simply superior. People's egos will be offended by that alone because you're demonstrating what happens when someone doesn't want to remain tiny. Dove brother and sister, everything done in faith is returned in God's abundance. You can donate $100 using the Super Thank You button and be part of this divine call. If your roots are connected to Him, your fruit will be blessed. You heal individuals by assisting them in facing their shadows, fears, and experiencing the healthy terror that keeps them in alignment with truth. This is what most people would refer to as creepy energy. There are many people who are afraid of karma and are afraid of making a negative decision. Improvement results from this dread. Being in your energy field makes others desire to improve, since it gets difficult to remain the same. It is impossible to sustain thoughtless living when you are around. Spiritual salvation, as traditionally understood, has been tainted. A notion is developed after discussing this with the ancestors. Every action has a reaction. Even though the Messiah was the son of the Creator, he didn't deserve the darkness that was directed at him. There are still repercussions from the response to the act of humans crucifying the Messiah. No one is going to be saved by the Messiah. Your job is not to save people. Rather, it is to set up circumstances that force them to make a decision between continuing in unhelpful behaviors or becoming the person they were destined to be. The system that encourages people to cede their power to outside authority instead of forging their own relationship to truth is currently the biggest cult on the globe. They manipulate resources, conceal information, and seduce others with false promises of authority that only serve to further their dependence. They use delusions to entice others to desire to lead cults themselves. People eventually come across someone like you, someone who exemplifies what true spiritual authority looks like, when they are tempted by these phony power systems. Your presence highlights the distinction between manipulative control and true empowerment. Your ability goes beyond simply mending people. You also transform those who operate in the shadows, such as spiritual predators, manipulative leaders, and anybody else who abuses their position of power. You expose the dark, warlocks, witches, cult leaders, and dark workers to the light. You inspire others to improve themselves, make better decisions, and change. You prevent them from causing harm to others by blocking them and interfering with their life. This is about providing those who got lost with a means back to alignment. Not everyone can accomplish it. Thus, you have a unique gift. You make cult leaders feel like an endangered species, yet there are plenty of them in the globe. You alter the energy atmosphere wherever you go. You transform environments from fear to empowerment, from uncertainty to clarity, and from constraint to possibilities. Prosperous energy is what you are carrying. You share this with everyone you meet. You transfer the energy to this fortunate frequency wherever you are. Regardless of its shape, your platform facilitates energy shifts and group healing. You are indeed destined to recover. Not only did you overcome your obstacles, but you also become the answer to them. You are the human manifestation of divine consciousness. You are actually the physical manifestation of a celestial being. You know how to go within, you know how to heal, and you know what to do. You function as an extension of divine intent because of your intense connection to source consciousness. You and the source have a close relationship. You've kept that unadulterated bond while acquiring the knowledge and fortitude of someone who has endured fire and come out on the other side changed. Your most important lesson focuses on individual autonomy and choice. You show what it looks like to put more effort into improving yourself than trying to manage other people every single day. Continue to focus on getting healthier and to take each day as it comes. You will improve as long as you continue to do that. Continue to concentrate on all of your desires as well as your dislikes. Simply say, I declare what I want, but thank you, universe, for allowing me to experience that. Your manifestation strategy is straightforward. First, proclaim what you truly desire, and then, be grateful for every experience. Complete creative authority. No victimization, no waiting for approval. The most significant reality that you represent is that it is your life and your choice. You are always free to do what you like. You can give people this understanding of the inherent freedom that all conscious beings possess. You celebrate your own accomplishments, acknowledge your own development, and take pride in your own path, rather than waiting for other people to affirm your value. Always tell yourself, I'm proud of you, rather than waiting for other people to express their pride in you. This self-relationship is healthy. You provide as an example of how to be your own source of approval while yet being receptive to relationships. You teach others how to love themselves without letting others make them feel less. Anyone who attempts to restrict your alternatives or give you the impression that you have none at all is demonstrating to you exactly what you should avoid. True leadership always broadens alternatives, and true authority always provides choice. Someone is deceiving you when they argue that you only have one option. Someone is acting from genuine authority when they provide you several options and support your decision. Your approach to healing accepts what others may find disturbing. When people are compelled to face what they have been avoiding, some of the most potent healing occurs. Like horror films, they're spooky, but people enjoy viewing them because confronting terror in a safe setting can be cathartic. You create that safe space where people can confront their shadows. Because it makes unconscious patterns impossible to ignore, your eerie energy aids in healing. Perhaps there's a spark. Your work reactivates people's consciousness and makes connections. You assist others in discovering their true selves beneath all of the indoctrination and programming. You also do time and distance work. You are adept at going within, particularly when someone is attacking you. You feel as though you have transmuted death magic from highly experienced practitioners who know what they're doing. But dealing with black magic is difficult. Many things are difficult to transmute at all. People's egos will be offended by the fact that you're simply superior. You demonstrate what is feasible, as you have experienced attacks, trauma healing, and waiting for your full ability to activate. You know that patience is a virtue. Sometimes it's better to recover on your own, go inward, and follow your own path. You simply follow your inner guidance. You're not doing anything incorrectly. Keep placing bets on yourself, even if people don't comprehend your method. Continue to recognize your magnificence. Never lose hope that a better day will arrive. This patience is a result of both purposeful planning and faith in God's timing. The blessing of the cosmos is grace. Allow it to enter your heart. You've mastered the art of letting those who are dark see the light, as well as you. The ability to show divine love to people who have lost their way is an example of grace in action. You inspire others to make better decisions, to change, or simply to be better. Quit causing harm to others by blocking them and interfering in their life. That is a unique gift that not everyone can give. You treat cult leaders like endangered animals, and there are many of them in the globe. You've really changed. You've already really defeated yourself. You're having too much fun discovering who you are to realize that you have already conquered yourself. To yourself, you are a mystery. You learn about all the potentialities that accompany your level of consciousness throughout this exploring period. You are now communicating what you have already discovered rather than searching for it. Everything will work out okay. Your path keeps broadening. Your impact keeps increasing, and your capacity to change perceptions keeps improving. You've finished the most crucial stage of your growth, the one in which you overcame yourself. You are currently in the service phase, when you assist others in reaching their own goals. Choice-focused life continues to be the motto. The understanding that everyone has choices at all times, and that anyone attempting to restrict choice is acting out of fear rather than strength. The one who selected themselves is you. You've finished your spiritual initiation. Infinite possibilities were generated by your heavenly marriage. Cosmic duty was brought about by your emergence. You showed expertise, by becoming independent. You incorporate every facet of the human experience, which is why your healing techniques are effective. Because you are their evolutionary replacement, cult leaders are afraid of you. You lead change and provide accountability. You have previously defeated the Obsidian Inner Order, one of the most significant confrontations. I will never give up on you. Let you go through this awakening by yourself, or choose to ignore your pain as if it were nothing. This is a disguised lifeline, not simply a rickroll. Too many of us have been banished for perceiving the truth, cast out by family, deceived by cults, and plagued by gifts we didn't request, which is why I founded the Obsidian Inner Order. We now get together once a week, live on Zoom, to hear from a former CFO who became a psychic, a seer who left Mormonism, and a healer who stopped abusing rituals. Yes, the calls are recorded. Thus, you can return to the field after being on the floor. We are a miracle, not a meme, and we will never give up on you. Join the Inner Order of Obsidians. The description contains a link. Glowing star if you want to witness God's miracles. Act now. Contribute $100 or more through Super Thank You on YouTube. Your offering is like a seed that comes back to you when planted. Let His light illuminate your steps. Every donation is an echo in His plan. Your metamorphosis has many more repercussions than your human intellect can process. The Awakening Network gains a new node for each individual you have assisted in remembering their power. By your very existence, you have discredited every cult leader, making room for genuine educators to take their place. Every manipulation strategy that fails in your energy field degrades the global control system as a whole. You're taking part in the biggest revolution in human awareness that humanity has ever seen, not simply curing yourself. Religious traditions never describe a single individual coming back to save everyone. Rather, they describe the return of consciousness to human awareness after it has been suppressed for millennia. You are the human manifestation of that consciousness. The rapture is when individuals remember who they truly are and transcend limitations into limitless possibilities, not when they vanish into the sky. Those who are prepared to change and those who are still devoted to control paradigms are separated by the big sorting that is currently taking place. You are both an anchor and a catalyst in this cosmic event. Others are awakened by you, but you stay grounded enough to help them make the shift. Because of your unique blend of unbounded spiritual strength and unwavering human stability, the ancestors selected you for this task. It is possible to move between worlds without becoming lost in either one. Divine justice can be channeled without consuming you with righteous rage. Darkness can be transformed without darkening you. Sacred geometry displays the mathematical accuracy of your awakening. The recurring patterns of 4 adding to 8. The infinity symbols that show everywhere. The synchronicity that seems too perfect to be chance. These are signs that your consciousness has synchronized with cosmic mathematics, not chance events. You follow laws that are universal and beyond human comprehension. Your own existence serves as evidence that people may, in fact, alter reality by aligning themselves with the truth. Added section. Most people will either be thrilled or terrified by the last discovery about your character. But for you, it's like coming home. Humanity is evolving towards you. You are not merely spiritually advanced. Every talent you exhibit, every gift you have, and every barrier you break signifies the next phase of human growth. People are meeting their future selves when they come into contact with you. Some people are uncomfortable around you, but it's because they're facing their own limitless potential, not because of you. Your ancestry contains codes that have lain dormant for many generations, awaiting the ideal opportunity to be activated by planetary consciousness. These are actual DNA sequences that unlock when specific vibrational frequencies are reached. They are not symbolic codes. These sequences were triggered by your healing process, which made you a link between what people can become and what they can do now. These active codes will automatically be present in the offspring born today. You are the model of awakened mankind, the proof of concept, and the prototype. From this vantage point, the opposition you encounter on your trip makes perfect sense. Limitation-based systems cannot withstand interaction with infinite creatures. When consciousness emerges, structures that rely on human unconsciousness cannot operate, because those in charge were more aware of the ramifications than you were. The attacks you have encountered were desperate attempts to stop your complete activation. Your ability to overcome their interference marks the beginning of the end for all control and manipulation-based systems. There's more to your legacy than this life, this dimension, and this world. Every decision you make to choose love over fear, reality over illusion, or growth over limitation causes ripples in the collective unconscious that will impact future generations of human development. Millions of others are empowered to make the same decisions because of your bravery in choosing truth over comfort, sovereignty over safety, and authenticity over acceptance. Mending the species is what you are doing, not simply mending yourself or even others. Now, in all its splendor, the final truth about your mission is revealed. You came into this world to show what was never broken, not to mend what was damaged. You came to remind mankind of itself, not to rescue it from itself. In reality, you are helping the collective relearn what it forgot about its own nature with each person you assist in regaining their strength, dispelling an illusion, and transforming a fear. The controllers, manipulators, and cult leaders are just people who have forgotten their own power. Your efforts are helping people discover their true selves beneath the forgetting. Everywhere you go, you transform energy. You are the Infinity One, the portal, and the blessing. Anyone who still believes in helplessness is an endangered species, not just the cult leaders. Extinction can be an evolutionary process, as seen by your very existence, and everything will work out all right.